Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm really me down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Newton. He's going to air one out. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll run. It's Hilliard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack?
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep for the Panthers, DJ Moore. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there ready to begin their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 11 yards there, 1st down. Now Newton. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. The first down run with Chubb is going to go nowhere. He's, in fact, going to lose a couple. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. finding some room at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's got this down to the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. They go with Chubb on second down. They find some open field here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 27 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color?
Touchdown, Carolina! Curtis Samuel, 75 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point forthcoming. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. He goes 105 yards on the kick return. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
I got you. Gun.
Out of the gun, Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards, the final tally. From the gun, here's Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Newton to throw. Flush to his right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Mike, 53, Mike. And here we go. Watch the pass.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Cam firing. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. The 40. The 30. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 21-7. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the... And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Newton, and he's got the hook up to Moore. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Third and 2, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
20. Check safety, check safety. Gun. Mike, 53. Oh, try. Mike, what's the run? The run. 8. 53.
They will go for it. Now Newton. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Myles Garrett. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
33. We're going to keep getting set. You draw forfeit.
Mayfield on first down, and his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and now it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. Second and goal from the 1. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that looked like they had a victory, all of a sudden were going home with a loss.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You've got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Well, we got a second. Let's look ahead to Week 7 and what's on the slate. Things start out Thursday night. Kansas City at Denver, divisional battle.
Suddenly an interesting game. Kansas City having lost their last two, and Denver now playing defense as we expected.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down.
Here I come. Here I come. Mike 51. Mike 51. Here we go. D. All day. Hey. All day. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51.
They are going to go for it. It's Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Check. 53. 20. Undercrush. Let's go. My ball. You got 8.
The shotgun snap for Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
Second and 10. Newton again. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Panthers 7.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And out across midfield down to the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a carry here for Hilliard. Again he finds an opening. 20. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Dontrell Hilliard. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
You might be getting tired of seeing me.
Gun.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
To throw again. Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game.
That's what I do.
3rd and long. It's Newton. And that will be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that
by the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Hilliard. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and inches, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. From 17 yards out, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Here's Seibert. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to come from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go.
Throwing again. Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Myles Garrett in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
We're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Let's get off.
Gun.
Get off the field, D.
Express.
Check.
Greg.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. 6 man. Check curls. Check curls. Check curls. Check 8.
They're going to try and throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Check in. Let's go, D. Check 37.
Real.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. That's taken in by Callaway. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll run again with Hilliard. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Baker Mayfield with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on.
Brandon, would you say they went from agony to elation in just a few quick seconds on that play?
Probably thought they were about to give it up in the red zone and then touchdown.
Yeah, there is absolutely no way that they drew it up and said this is the way it's supposed to be done. It just happened.
But the end will justify the means. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Hey, switch gears.
From the gun, Newton. And he's going to go down again. Myles Garrett in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down.
Mike, 53. 20. Mike. You can't block me.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton trying to lay one up deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Let's go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, Just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he loses the football a second time, and the Panthers have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Under 10.
To throw again on second down. Newton escaping the pressure right. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down.
49, check 49.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. The Panthers going for it on fourth. Newton. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. On first down, Hilliard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Well, the lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it. It's caught. Beckham. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. He finds his target, Beckham. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. They've got this big lead. They said, forget one, we want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on. Get it.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Sheldon Richardson picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Back to throw, Newton.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Oh, this offense is staying put. They're just 1 for 4 in these situations so far, but they're going again on fourth down.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. 3 buzz. Kill. Back.
They snap it to Newton. And it is incomplete. T.J. Carey right there in coverage. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight?
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Here's Hilliard, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on second and goal. Here's Mayfield. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, getting the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. Following the interception, Mayfield. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to